Los Angeles, one of the least corrupt cities in the United States. And its police force is one of the most honest and efficient in the world. But it wasn't always so.
True. There's nothing between us.
Please.
No, please, please.
Please. We have our garbage delivered. It's okay, boys.
Have they been fed today?
Come in, Mr. Axminster.
You heard the lady. Okay with you, boys?
Margaret, Mr. Axminster's here.
What is your opinion of us, Mr. Axminster?
I don't really have an opinion.
Surely you must have recognized our names.
If you get your opinions from the Times or the Examiner, you can be wrong 90% of the time.
How refreshing.
Surely you must have an opinion of the Hillings-Gray case.
Well, 2 trials. The second one about 3 years ago. A hung jury, right?
Not convicted, not acquitted. Worse than either. So what is your conclusion about this?
Well, it's an ironclad fact that the DA in this county is wrong 90% of the time, so I would say the odds are 9 to 1. He's wrong about you, too.
How very generous of you.
Hey, look, you didn't invite me out here at $35 a day to hear my opinion.
$35.
Well, isn't that what I quoted?
As I recall the conversation, it was $25 a day, plus expenses.
Is that what I said?
That's what you said.
Okay.
Since we were indicted 8 years ago, we have had no peace of mind. A hung jury apparently means that you're guilty to everyone.
Well, I always thought of Pasadena as a nice town to move out of.
I said everyone, everywhere. London and Paris and Rome. We were front page news then, and we still are.
Yeah, I know. I met some of your fan club outside.
Well, a member of our fan club decided to toss something our way other than garbage. A woman called yesterday. She said if we wanted to get to the truth, we should look up a man here in town named Charles Downing. We tried to talk to her, but she hung up.
Then she phoned back in an hour. She was very upset. She was crying. She begged us to forget what she told us.
Yeah, well, you must get a lot of calls like that.
At first, not so many now. Our public has gone fickle on us.
Always some new crime of the century grabbing the spotlight, huh?
This was different. We both knew that. There were no obscenities. It was something in the tone, in the voice.
Anger.
Anger at, who, you?
No. Charles Downing.
Mr. Axminster, We are willing to grab at any straw. We have nothing to lose but time and money.
Well, that's good, because it could take a lot of both. Expenses for this kind of thing can run very high.
Expenses for what?
Oh, you've got payoffs, talk money. I know it's not pretty, but people tend to get very mercenary, you know, when they're starving. So this thing could, I don't know, take a few $100s. I'd like to start off with, say, a check for 300.
All right. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Don't you wish you'd ask for 5?
That's the one. Bloody ground you're standing on. I used to tell the gawkers that it was sin killed that tree. Give them the willies. Truth of it is, though, a bunch of idiots come running through here and they just took everything they could get their hands on. Stuck them under their pillar, I guess, or give them to their grandkids. People are crazy.
You mean people still come here after all these years?
Every kid in the world ought to be brought here. Teach them a lesson of good and evil. Take your part of the tree and get out of here.
Oh, well, I didn't come here to see the tree. I came here to see you, Mr. Hedges.
What for?
Well, you see, my name is Franklin, and I'm with the Saturday Evening Post. We're doing a story on the Hillings Gray murders, and I'd like to interview you.
Don't them magazines ever get enough of that story? I ain't got nothing to say that I didn't say years ago.
Well, it might be a good chance for you to get in a few good ones about the wages of sin.
You want to know what happened, what I saw that night? You look at the transcripts. I ain't gonna say it again.
I pay real money.
What I need money for? I ain't no leech like some people I know of. You know what money does? It makes you into a rich person. Like all these other damned rich people that live around here. Evil, all of them, evil.
Well, you could talk for free then, wouldn't compromise your principles.
I'll tell you this. I saw them 2 women running. I heard the shot. I followed them. They're too far ahead of me. They got in that big package of theirs. Now, you get off my land. Can't you see I'm sick? I heard your car and I got out of a sick bed to come down here. Can't you see I got the grip?
Okay, okay. What about your friend Charles Downing?
You get out of here. I'll make that pretty suit of yours look like a polka-dotted gunny sack.
Okay, okay.
What's your business anyway?
I want an Olympic-sized pool dug at my mansion, my septic tank drained, and my St. Bernard boarded.
You want to eat this tire, smart guy?
Looking for Charlie Downing.
And you ought to look in his other office,
Yeah, where's that?
where it always is. Corner table by the window at the Red Owl Bar and Grill.
Coming up. There you go.
What are you doing at my table?
Doing what I damn please.
Get up or get your head put on backwards. What you hit me so hard for? My gut's gonna be sore for a week.
All right, calm down. I'll take care of you later.
All right, hell you will. You owe me a 10 spot. I'm just getting warmed up.
All right, all right. Get out of here. Go.
Who?
Forget it. He's gone. He's gone. See?
Hey, buddy. You're okay. Come on, let me buy you a drink.
All right.
Paul, give this man anything he wants.
Beer.
I'll have one, too.
You didn't finish the last one.
So what?
Charlie down in here. I've been around this burg all my life. It's always done okay by me until this depression.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't live here. Too many crazy people. Guy tells me the other day about these two women out here. Knocked off some guy named Hillings and his girlfriend.
Women. Yeah, that's what's getting me down. Always some dame messing up your life, right?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen a looker since I've been here in Pasadena. Hey, I bet you got a few buttes on your list, huh?
She's really a swell twist. Not the usual round heels. Eunice Wheeler. Kansas City blonde. Boy, I was stuck on her.
Tells you wanted a ring on her finger, huh?
You've been there, right? Yeah. I had to throw her over. Broke her heart. Damn. She's been riding my back ever since. Just can't seem to shake her. Always phoning, dropping over. And she's about to drive me crazy.
Well, you can't blame her for being mad. I mean, women are like that. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah, how?
Well, what does Eunice need to get you off of her mind? A man, right? I'm alone here in Pasadena. What I need? Girl. Perfect parlay.
You and Eunice, huh?
Well, you said you want to get rid of this fluff.
Well, yeah. Yeah, sure I do.
Well?
Well, you want her to get her hooks in you, you're welcome to her, buddy. Here's her phone number.
You hear me? You know whose money it is you're taking, huh? You know they killed two people. Well, we don't like murderers in this town. Or people who work for murderers, you understand? Stay out, or get worse.
Good heavens, Mr. Axman. Whatever happened to you?
Well, your pep club ran out of garbage and started throwing shoes, only the shoes had feet in them, and they seemed to have had a lot of practice before they got to me.
Miss Axminster, you look sit down, please.
Oh, I think I'd probably mess up your fine furniture. Now, look, ladies, let's start all over again right from the beginning. I'm not the first private eye you hired, am I?
No, there were 3 before you, and they all quit in various stages of disrepair.
Now you tell me.
Oh, you look tough enough to handle it.
Oh, well, it was dark, and those guys who beat me up couldn't see that.
Mr. Axminster, I'm really very sorry. We hired those detectives years ago. We certainly didn't think this was going to happen again.
What did you send those saps out for?
They were looking for whatever they could find. But with you, we had a real lead, a name, a phone call, something substantial. Now, don't you think that this attack could mean that you're getting closer?
I've been reading too many of those detective stories. Now, who else knows I'm in on this case, anyway?
No one. Just us. Unless, of course, you think we did it to you. Out getting our kicks in the orange grove again.
If you were doing the kicking, sweetheart, I'd have recognized the ankles. Now, how about the guy over the garage? Who's he?
When we were indicted, our brother couldn't live with the situation, so he...
Oh, your brother? The one with the funny little straw boater?
What did you say, when he hasn't worn a boater in years?
Well, I saw some old newsreels, and he was wearing a boater then.
Well, you see, when he always lived with us and traveled with us, we were inseparable.
What she is trying to say is that when he packed up and moved out,
Come in. Who are you? You've been visiting my sisters. They never have anyone in to speak of.
You've been peeking.
Don't sit down. To tell the truth, I'm not a bit interested in what my sisters do. We've cut all ties. I didn't invite you here. What do you want?
What do you do for a living?
I compose. I've been working on a system using 12 semitones melodically for over 10 years now.
Quite a call for that sort of thing these days, huh?
It's not as easy as you might think.
What's that?
Oh, that's radio with pictures. It's called television. Station W6YXR broadcasts for an hour every day.
Yeah? Can you get Amos and Andy on there?
Oh, hardly. And you haven't answered my question. What do you want?
Well, I'm a private detective. Your sisters seem to think that they have found a new lead.
And you believe them?
Well, why shouldn't I?
Because they lie. They're guilty.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Of course. You can't trust them. You don't trust each other. I lived with them. I know what jealous witches they can be. Margaret knew about the affair. It crushed her. And as for Ruby...
What about Ruby?
Well, I suppose everybody knows anyway. I'm sure that Ruby was having a little something with the Honorable Dr. Hillings as well. Behind that pious facade, he was nothing but a roue.
Well, Margaret seems like a smart cookie. Why would she marry a guy like that?
It was her year for great causes.
And Hillings was one of those causes?
Oh, of course. He was the president of that university that's always in such financial trouble. Margaret was saving the world for goodness that year, heading up the Temperance League, giving fat contributions to everything from the Legion of Decency to the Ku Klux Klan. Of course, I threw a fit. A fat lot of good it did. I was always too musical to be taken seriously. You know, they actually thought that I might have done it. That's when I moved out. Oh. Don't tell them that you've spoken to me. As I told you, I've cut all ties since I'm on my own.
I think I should warn you. There is another guy. Somebody's just crazy about me.
It doesn't scare me off.
absolutely turns me to jelly. So smooth. You know, Charlie wouldn't shell out a quarter for a movie if his life depended on it.
Well, maybe next time I'll take you to Hollywood to the Chinese. I know this wonderful Italian restaurant above a novelty shop there. Terrific spaghetti.
Oh, and a bottle of wine? Shh. One of those that's wrapped up in straw that you can take home with you?
Whatever you want.
You know, when they fired you, and you had to come out here to look for work, well, they did me just about the biggest favor of my life.
That's sweet, Eunice. I bet you were sweet with that other guy, too, until you got tired of him, huh?
Charlie got just what he deserved.
Oh, yeah? You really cooled him.
Never you mind. You just be a good boy and you might get a wonderful surprise.
What's that?
You know, you'd look real good with your hair all slicked down like that, like a Latin lover.
Hey, I don't have to get my hair all full of grease to outdo some guy with patent leather shoes.
All right, you two. We run a nice family theater here. You take your trade somewhere else.
Come on, let's go.
Well, I never.
We'll make our own music. Pardon me, boys. Your boss likes to take his graphs in private.
Jake! How you doing?
Oh, same as you, working nights.
Yeah, I see. I hear you've been messing around the Hillens Gray murder case.
Yeah, who told you that?
You leave a wake like the Mauritanian.
Oh, remarks like that'll give me a bad name in the trade. Hey, let me guess. The little guy with the cough, Whitey Hedges, he called you on the phone.
The DA wants to know why them two dames hired you.
Well, it may come as a surprise to the DA, but those two dames, as you put it, seem to think that they're still innocent.
Now, Jake, just between friends.
Hey, what do you mean, friends? I don't remember paying you any money this week.
Now, come on, sit your tail down. The DA asked me to do him a favor, and I'm going to do it. Now, how do you think the DA is going to feel if you turn up something that stinks in Pasadena?
Well, what kind of a stink does he have in mind? You gonna waltz those poor ladies through another circus that he calls a trial?
Jake, you're taking this too personal. I'm just interested you don't get mixed up in no miscarriage of justice.
What do you know about justice?
Well, damn it! Now, you listen to me. How are you going to like it every time your car drives down the street, you get a ticket, and that fire hazard you live in that calls for a citation and a fine? You don't think I can arrange that? A couple of reefers under the mattress? How do you like that, Jake? How about a girl to swear out a statutory rape on you? You want morals charges? I got boys for that, too.
You're gonna make me your hobby.
You got it.
Okay. I'm off the case, all right? Just tell the DA not to waste any more of the taxpayers' money on thugs to beat me up. Why should he hire stupid muscle, Lieutenant? He's got you.
Put the arm on him.
Now, blow his cover with that twist in Pasadena.
Well, thanks for a nice time.
Now, wait a minute. You've been icing me all evening. Isn't everything okay between us?
No, it's not.
Well, what's the matter? You going back to Charlie?
Charlie. I've been wondering why you've been asking me about Charlie all evening. You know, I had some raw deals in my life, but this one is the worst.
Hey,
No. You louse. You get out of here.
hey, what are you crazy? Calm down.
I will not calm down. Oh, I want to kill you. I want to rip that smile off your face. I want to stomp on your hat. You're a stinking lousy private detective.
That's right, I am. I admit it.
Come. He sent you, didn't he? Charlie sent you to get something on me. even if you had to do it yourself.
All right, listen, will you calm down and
Just so
listen
you
to
could get rid of me for good.
I want to tell
Just so
you.
you could throw it up to me about being with other guys.
Will you shut up for a second?
Oh, I'm gonna get you, just like I got Charlie.
Will you shut up and listen to me a second? If you weren't so eager to get Charlie, I wouldn't be here. I'm not working for him. He didn't hire me.
Well, then who did?
You made a phone call. You told some people to get Charlie Downing if they really wanted to find out who killed Hillings and Molly Gray. I'm working for Margaret Hillings and Ruby Dyson.
How did you find out it was me?
Charlie dropped your name.
Oh, but Charlie doesn't know I made that phone call.
Not yet.
Oh, you can't tell him.
I won't. But you're going to have to tell me some things that I want to know about Charlie. Okay?
What?
Why did you finger him?
Oh, I got a terrible temper. If somebody does me wrong, I just go nuts. I just did it out of spite.
Yeah, but I don't understand something. You implicated him in a murder that took place 7 years ago.
Listen, you're not going to get me to give you any dirt on Charlie.
I don't want you to give me anything. I want to pay you for it.
What kind of a girl do you think I am?
A girl who earns $15 a week shelling walnuts and buys $14.95 hats and lives in a place with a pull-down bed and eats up Carole Lombard movies because she likes her clothes and wants to wear them. Here, kid. Take $50.
Oh, come on, put your money away. It just makes me nervous.
Nervous? I'll make you crazy. It's 100.
No, Jake.
Hey, look, don't you understand something? These women I'm working for, they're rich. They don't need it. You do. People like you and me, we scuffle, we scratch. Take the money. It's okay. Okay? Come on. Tell me about Charlie.
All I know is that he got drunk one night and well, not usual drunk, special drunk. And he got real sentimental. I thought he was going to propose. But instead he started talking about this murder case. He said, you know, the whole world is wondering about those two crazy sisters. Boy, he said I could tell the world something about that murder that'd lay them all on their ears.
What'd you say?
That's all.
What do you mean?
Well, that's all he said. I got real curious. I tried to get him to tell me more, but he just buttoned up his lip and got real quiet all of a sudden, as though he'd done something wrong. That's that.
Thanks, Eunice.
I trust you, Jake.
You're a good kid.
You won't be coming back.
No. But I got a feeling Charlie will.
Charlie never took me to the movies.
You're engaged?
That's right. Got a couple of bottles of Ireland's best and 2 dozen of these White Castles.
Well, why not? Why not? I love those little 2-cent hamburgers. And not to mention the Irish.
Well, here's to all the girls you've got left to chase and all the ones I'm gonna miss.
Well, just to that. What friend of mine ever did me a favor like this? So I said, you don't like the way I dug your pool, and go jump in it. I never got paid for that one. It was the last pool I ever dug. Ah, this damn depression. I haven't dug a pool in 3 years. Hey, what is this? You're not drinking. You just been sitting there with your glass full watching me get loaded. Come on, drink it up. What are you trying to pull on me?
Charlie, I got a level with you.
Yeah. Jake, level with me. Level with me, level with me.
I had to get you good and drunk before I told you the bad news.
What bad news?
I didn't come to Pasadena to work in a Venetian blind factory. I'm a private detective.
And all this stuff about you and Eunice?
Just a front. I'm working for Margaret Hillings and Ruby Dyson. The DA's office has decided to reopen the Hillings-Gray murder case. Those two ladies are not guilty.
Yeah? Well, who is?
It's all coming out, Charlie, and you're right in the middle. All it proves is that there was no crank call. Eunice Wheeler knew exactly what she was talking about.
All right. Did this Charles Downing commit the murders?
Hey, look, I don't know. When I told him about it, he blew up, he pounded on me, and he scrammed.
But who is this man? What possible connection could he have had with my husband?
As far as I know, none. I mean, he's just an ordinary guy. He's lived here all his life. He's in the construction business. Seems like a nice guy until you get him drunk.
You should have questioned him more thoroughly.
Maybe Mr. Axminster likes his teeth where they are.
I'll pay him. I'll offer him money to talk. I don't care if it takes every penny I have.
Listen, your money won't help. I'm at a dead end. I've done about all I can do.
You're quitting?
Let me tell you something. My neck is out on a limb with the cops in this town. I'm tired of having my face bent. Now, I've confirmed that Charles Downing is somehow involved. That's the end of my report. It's not my life's work.
If you'll go on, clear our names, I'll offer you a bonus, $1,000.
Does that sound more in the nature of your life's work?
Well, a couple of months' worth at least. I think we got a deal, ladies. Thank you for a very charming evening.
I'll show you out. It could take a long time to finish this. Lots and lots of weekly reports. You could get to be a fixture around here.
I got an idea you could have any fixture around here you wanted.
Of two different types, and I don't like either. If they're not after some morbid kick, then they're after the money. And they don't really give a damn who it is they chopped up.
Your little brother is watching.
If I give him a quarter, he'll go off and play his fiddle. Good night.
Mister. What's your business with Charlie Downing?
I told you we got no business. We're drinking buddies.
Look, you're a private detective. Somebody hired you to stick your nose in the Hillings-Gray murder case.
Fellas, you got it all.
Who hired you?
Okay. I can see you're serious. I'm working for Margaret Hillings and Ruby Dyson.
You're a liar.
Look, I gave you an answer. You keep slugging me every time I tell you the truth. We'll get nowhere.
On your feet. No, leave him alone. Listen, mister, you want us to believe you, you better tell us why they hired you.
I don't know why.
The trial was 3 years ago. Now, there had to be a reason for them to bring you into it. And what's it got to do with Charlie Downing?
I don't know. They got a telephone call. Why they chose to believe it, I'll never know. Somebody said they knew someone who knew about the murders in the town.
And that someone was Downing?
Yeah.
Who made the call?
Look, I don't know. I've been trying every which way to find out. Charlie Downing doesn't know. It was a crank call. It meant nothing.
He isn't telling us everything. Charlie shoots his mouth up when he drinks. He could have told this guy anything.
Mister, you want to get out of here alive? You better tell us everything you know about Charlie Downing.
I told you I know nothing about Charlie Downing! We got ourselves a problem here. If I start lying to you guys, you're really gonna get mad. Charlie Downing didn't tell me anything. I'm working for Margaret Hillings and Ruby Dyson, and it ran into a dead end.
Maybe he's telling the truth. I know one thing. Never would have been a phone call if Charlie hadn't shut his drunken mouth up about somebody.
Look, we gotta check out this guy's story.
We gotta do more than that. We gotta do something about Charlie.
Okay. Okay. You two, you keep him here. We're gonna go to town and check this whole thing out. And you, mister, I want to see you again real soon.
Where are we? Out in the boonies somewhere? Walnuts. Millions of walnuts. You know, I used to date a girl that worked in a walnut plant.
Tie him up. I can't stand the creep.
Hey, Smiley. How you doing? Didn't I see you at the movies?
You shut up.
Jake. You're okay, Jake.
Take it easy, Charlie. Take it easy. Hello, operator. This is an emergency. Get me the police.
It's all my fault, Jake. I had to open my big mouth.
Hello, police.
You gotta help Eunice.
I need an ambulance right away.
Get her
4103 Woodbury.
Help her get
Yes.
away, Jake.
And send a couple of cops, too. Some people have been shot up here. Don't worry, Charlie. I'll take care of it. Hello, operator. Yeah, get me Terrace 4503. That's right, isn't it? 4503?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4503.
Hello?
Hello, Eunice.
Jake.
Pack your bag and take the next bus out of here.
Why? Why? What's wrong?
Now, don't ask why. Listen, you remember Charlie? He said he knew who did the Hillings Gray murders? Well, the same guy's got him. I'm with him now. He's hurt bad, sweetheart. And he wants you to be safe.
I come to him.
No, he'll find you.
No, I want to be with him no matter what.
Look, if you come here, they'll get you too. Well, don't you understand, Eunice? He loves you. Just get out of town. He'll catch up with you wherever you are.
Tell him I'll meet him at the Bluebell Cafe in Kansas City.
Okay, sweetheart, bye.
Jake, there's something I gotta tell you. Something you gotta set straight for me.
Okay, Charlie, but there's an ambulance coming.
I'll never make it. Besides, I want this between me and you. You know the two guys that shot me?
They're down outside, Charlie. I got them.
Good. Well, those two guys and me, we killed Dr. Hillings and Molly Gray.
Call the coroner.
Look, I'm a private detective. I shot the two guys outside.
Hey, Winnie!
Now what do you want?
Pack up your fiddle and come with me. It's family reunion time.
Margaret, Winnie's come home.
You're much better.
Oh, thank you. You'll sit down and have lemonade.
Thank you.
Well, it must be good news if you brought Winnie back.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news first is that I've saved you $1,000. I didn't earn it.
Oh. How can that be good news if you didn't find out anything?
Well, but I did find out. I just can't prove it. That was our deal, right? Yes. The one man who would be willing to clear your name is dead. Charles Downing.
Well, does that mean we won't find out who was responsible for this, ever?
No. Charles Downing told me just before he died. I've been doing a little homework this morning. In 1927 and 1928, there were a number of killings that were very similar, involving similar circumstances, all against wealthy people who had committed alleged immoral acts. They were done by what we think of as ordinary citizens. You and I know them as the Ku Klux Klan.
Are you saying that the Ku Klux Klan murdered my husband?
That's right. They did it in the name of God and decency. They made it horrible and grisly so that people wouldn't forget. Charles Downing was a member of the Klan. So were the two men who killed him last night, and so was Whitey Hedges.
Whitey Hedges, we could confront him then.
I already thought of that. I went out there. Whitey Hedges was a lot sicker man than we realized. He died a few days ago.
Even without him, couldn't we reopen the case?
It's a dead end. Don't you understand? Charles Downing is dead, and the two men who killed him are dead. Those were the three men who killed your husband and Molly Gray. There's nowhere to go, no one to testify. Now, at least you know the truth, although it doesn't clear your name.
Thank you.
I don't care what you say. I'm telling you the thing doesn't work, and I'm not making any more payments. You can come and take it. Look, I gotta get back to you later.
So, this is where you work?
Lavish, isn't it? Why are you slumming?
No. I'm, paying old debts.
Oh, the grand.
You earned it.
You mean the good people of Pasadena have forgiven you?
No, they're still tossing their garbage. But at least now we know the truth. And someday maybe other people will. We're meeting with a writer who wants to do our story. It's going to be a book. And you, Mr. Axminster, wrote the ending.
Everybody lives happily ever after?
I wouldn't go that far. Margaret, Winnie, and I are leaving for New York this afternoon. Then Europe, the Far East. You wouldn't want to come along, would you? I could teach you how to spend that $1,000.
Somehow I just don't think I'd fit into the foursome.
Haven't got a white suit? I could put you into one.
Might be too tight. Besides, I kind of like L.A.
Somebody has to.
There's surging true-life drama when a psychiatrist discovers the secrets behind a schizophrenic patient's multiple personalities. Sally Field and Joanne Woodward star in part 1 of Sybil, tomorrow on KTVT's 8 o'clock movie. But now, Tuesday Wells stars in Reflections of Murder, next on tonight's Late Show.